everyone, thank you for watching that little quick teaser about Are You Ready? So this is about the thumbnail says what will happen if you were to get caught. It is all under the support.google.com/YouTube. Okay, it's all about the community guidelines and policies. But not very many of us, to be honest, read about the policy. Obviously, when you entered YouTube, you agree to follow all their TOS, or to say terms of service. Okay, so fake engagement policy. Okay? The safety of our creators, viewers, and partners is our highest priority. We look to each of you to help us protect this unique and vibrant community. It is important to understand our community guidelines and the role they play in our shared responsibility to keep YouTube safe. And of course, this is like that little, if you want to read in detail about the guidelines, you can do so on that little link. But YouTube said that YouTube doesn't allow anything that artificially increases the numbers of views, likes, comments, or other metrics, either by using automatic system or serving up videos to unsuspecting viewers. Also, content may solely exist to incentivize viewers for engagement. Views, likes, comments, etc. is prohibited. Contents and channels that do not follow these policies may be terminated and removed from YouTube. Okay? So this is basically the what will happen as if you were to get caught. As a while ago we've discussed as to the different that people do use bots, as they say, but there is a danger in using it. So they say that we consider engagement to be legitimate when a human user's primary intent is to authentically interact with the content. We consider engagement illegitimate, for example, when it results from coercion or deception, or when the sole purpose of the engagement is financial gain. Okay, so obviously if you want to increase your views for the sole purpose of getting monetized, that's a no-no. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Instructions for reporting violations for community guidelines are obviously there in that link, and these are just basically different information. Okay, you can find everything that you need right here. How engagement is measured. Let's take a look at that. How engagement is measured. Subscribers numbers displayed in the following places update in real time: your channel's homepage, account switchers, video watch page, third-party sites, and after using the YouTube data app. So these are like basically the different engagement. Okay, right there. So if your content violates, will remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If this is your first time violating the community guidelines, you'll likely get a warning with no penalty to your channel. If it's not, we may issue a strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes within the 90 days, your channel will be terminated. You can learn more about our strikes right here. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. And they say that we may terminate your channel or account for repeated violations of our community guidelines, or TOS, or terms of service. We may also terminate your channel or account after a single case of severe abuse, or when the channel is dedicated to a policy violation. Okay, and it says so you can learn more about channel or account termination right here. So let's look at their strike system. All right. So community guidelines strike basis. The article is about community guidelines strikes. If you're looking for more info, then you can go to the copyright strike basis right there. So, okay, right here, community guidelines are the rules of the road for how to behave on YouTube. If your content violates our community guidelines, your channel will be issued a strike. What happens when you get a strike? When a strike is issued, you'll be told via email. You can also choose to have notifications sent to you through your mobile or computer notification, and in your channel settings will also tell you what content was removed, which policies it violated, for example harassment or violence, how it affects your channel, what you can do next. If content violates our community guidelines, here is how it affects your channel. Warning: we understand mistakes happen, and you don't mean to violate our policies. That's why the first violation is typically only a warning. Note that you'll only be warned once, and this warning will remain on your channel. This time your content is found to violate the community guidelines, you'll get a strike. Sometimes a single case of severe abuse will result in channel termination without warning. If you think we made a simple mistake, you can obviously appeal the warning. The first strike: if you find your content doesn't follow our policies for a second time, you'll get a strike. This strike means you will not be allowed to do the following for 1 week: upload videos, live streams, or stories, create custom thumbnails or community posts, like on your community tab, for example, create, edit, or add collaboration to a playlist, add or remove playlists from the watch page using the save button, show a trailer using your premiere, during your premieres rather, send viewers from a live stream to premieres, or send viewers from premieres to a live stream. Okay? Full privilege will be restored automatically after 1 week period, but your strike will remain on your channel for 90 days. So obviously, during that 90 days, you cannot commit any more strikes. If you do, there goes your channel. Second strike: if you get second strike within the same 90-day period as your first strike, you will not be allowed to post content for 2 weeks. If there are no other further issues, full privileges will be restored automatically after the 2-week period. A strike will not expire until 90 days from the time it was issued. Third strike: 3 strikes in the same 90-day period will result in your channel being permanently removed from YouTube. Again, each strike will not expire until 90 days from the time it was issued. Note: deleting your content will not remove a strike. We may also issue a community guideline strike on deleted content. For example, I made a strike on the content and I deleted it thinking that, oh, if I delete it, I'm safe, YouTube won't see it. That's not the case. Okay, it would make me further into trouble by deleting that content. You can learn more about when to retain deleted content right here in the link. What to do when you get a strike. We want to help you to stay on YouTube, so remember to do the following. You have to learn the community guidelines to make sure you follow all the TOS, or terms of service. If your channel got a strike and you think we made a mistake, obviously you can appeal it. Okay, YouTube also reserves the right to restrict creators' ability to create content at its discretion if your account has been turned off or restricted from using any YouTube features. You're prohibited from using other channels to get around these restrictions. This applies for as long as the restrictions remains active on your account. Violations of these restrictions is considered circumvention under the TOS and may result in termination of your account. So these are everything you need to know about what will happen if you were to get caught violating the community standards. Okay, so if you want to increase your views, that's fine. I mean, I know for me for a fact, I'm safe to say that I'll be happy with 5 to 10 to 20 physical human beings watching this premiere, rather than me infusing it with 100, 200, and so on. Okay, because I cannot assume that YouTube's AI or artificial intelligence will not catch me. Okay, there's almost 2 billion different channels out there in the world, and I cannot assume that YouTube won't catch me. So we have to learn to read. If you don't have time to read, it's obviously just basically common sense. Okay, it's like playing a dangerous game. You use something to artificially infuse something, it's not going to succeed. It's like out there in the real world. Okay, would you be proud of getting a promotion knowing you didn't work hard for that promotion? Knowing that you've stepped on someone's toes is probably more deserving of that promotion than you. So things like that. Okay, so I hope that you've learn as to what will happen in the event INS decides to violate YouTube's community guidelines. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next premiere.